This past week has been rough for stocks. Some of my stocks are now in the negative returns when the week prior they were performing well. In addition, none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Please be sure to do your own research. Welcome to the second episode of the Portfolio Update series. Although this week has been harsh for stocks, we hit a new milestone of $400 portfolio value. At the start of the week it was $410 portfolio value and now it's $404. It was $410 because of my contribution plus gains, but a lot of those gains are gone with this past week. We will take a look at the performance of my portfolio and SPY later. My projected yearly dividend is almost $8, which is great. It was $7 last episode. The final contribution for July increased my dividend earnings. Everything else stays the same, so let's look into my holdings. My current holdings are still the same stocks from the last episode, but as you can see my VU cost basis has changed. This is because I bought some more shares of the stock on Monday and I decided to average up instead of keeping my average under $400. Also, with this recent contribution we are very close to $100 of value for both SCHD and VU, and next week they should reach that value. As you can see, I have 3 stocks with negative returns now. These stocks include AVGO, LO, and O. I am alright with AVGO and LO being in the negative returns. I don't mind DCAing into them on a weekly basis. I think I may use this downturn in realty income to reconsider this position. Not because the stock is down bad, but instead I don't really want the ordinary income taxes in this portfolio and I'd rather have O or a different right in a retirement account. The only issue is that I don't really know what stock to replace it with at the moment. I have a few on my watchlist, but I don't know if I want to start a new position, so I'll have to wait and see. Let's take a look at contributions now. Although this video will be uploaded in August, I have not made any contributions to the portfolio in the month of August yet. Next video will include the first August contributions. For the entire month of July I have made a $250 contribution to my portfolio, and that puts me 12.5% of the way to my overall annual contribution goal. Because of the gain the portfolio made, this is why the portfolio reached $400 in value, even though our cost basis is $358. Although if the market continues to drop, it could go under $400 in the total portfolio value if I don't contribute to the portfolio anymore. Let's move into what positions I added to with this recent contribution. For the July 31st contribution, I bought 4 stocks which include VU, SCHD, V, UNH. I let M1 automatically distribute the amount and then I adjust the numbers to make sure the entire $50 was used up. This is because M1 sometimes doesn't use the entire cash available, so I manually adjust the numbers to make sure it uses everything that I deposited into the account. The reason why VU got a bigger contribution was because it was underweight compared to what I want my position to be. It was about 18% of my portfolio when I had it set to be 25%, so with this contribution it's closer to that 25%. It's now 23.5% and SCHD is 24.1% of my portfolio. V and UNH were also slightly underweight, but now they are closer to the target I've set. Last week every other stock was overweight, which is why the number of stocks that were bought with this contribution was much lower than it typically is. We will see how much stocks will be bought with the first August contribution. I posted a YouTube short on this channel talking about the dividends that I made for the month of July, but one thing changed in that time span. Realty Income paid me a dividend on the 31st of July and I recorded that short right before I got paid. So I did not originally account for that dividend in that short. Therefore for the month of July I received 20 cents in dividends, which isn't much, but hopefully over time it will grow. For the month of August the companies that I expect to pay me a dividend include AAPL, JNJ, MSFT, V, Cost, O. And last month I expected payments from LOW, JPM, CAT, and O. Without Realty Income being considered, January, April, July, and October are the months with the least number of dividend-paying companies, and the other months are tied with 5 stocks paying in each of those months in my portfolio. Overall I am happy with that distribution because I am getting monthly dividends even without O, but I would like to have Jan, April, July and October to have 5 dividend-paying companies and not 3. Let's take a look at the performance of the portfolio and the individual stocks. But first I want to quickly bring your attention here. This was the performance of my portfolio and SPY on August 1st. My portfolio returned 0.09% while SPY had a loss of -0.31% for the day. This was due to a huge movement in the price of CAT following their earnings report on August 1st. CAT reported earnings on August 1st and it was much bigger than estimates, which led to huge growth in the stock price. And you can help my channel have huge growth just like CAT by hitting the subscribe button and liking the video for the YouTube algorithm. Now here is how my portfolio has performed compared to the SPY. On the 1 day my portfolio had a loss of 0.22%, while SPY lost 0.29%, so my portfolio went down slightly less than that of the market. For the 1 week my portfolio had lost 0.8%, while SPY had a loss of 1.22%. CAT really helped me this past week with that major movement. This allowed me to have less of a downturn compared to the S&P 500. Here are the performances of each stock over the 1 day and 1 week. Only 2 stocks are up this past week, those being Visa and CAT. CAT has a huge return on the 1 week which really helped my portfolio, but every other stock except Visa is down bad this week. This concludes my second weekly portfolio update video. If you want to join me on my dividend journey, be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. Also, don't forget to like the video as it helps out with the YouTube algorithm.